usually do, like with these games that I have, we'll be done by like 4:30.
Yeah, I've been putting in my calendar all the days to play.
You don't get a name like that unless you're dead, right?
Because if I'm going to come over tonight, tomorrow, to play with you, to go through your games, that's tomorrow, and Argue Nights Friday, and then over here Saturday, and then Newport Tournament Wednesday, which I probably would like to go to Newport Monday or Tuesday and play.
It's bloody cold on the
and
wall.
then state tournament on Saturday.
Yeah, that's a full couple weeks for pinball. So we'll go first. I'm going to talk through Hand of the King, how that works, and then we're just going to play it inside. Okay, so actually some of them we talked about bugs, software updates that might still need to come, but it'll take like 5 minutes and then we can go. All right, what's up, everybody? We've come to the conclusion of Chuck Wirt's insanely long walkthrough of Game of Thrones. So, as you see on the screen tonight, we are going to go through the Hand of the King rules really quick. Nothing too crazy. I'm just going to kind of give you a brief overview, and then we're going to play the game for the rest of the night. And then when we get to Hand of the King, we're just going to talk through it a little bit more. But also going to cover at the beginning here known game bugs, at least that I know of, and a code wish list that we can hope to pass along to Mr. Dwight Sullivan if he takes another pass at this. I know he wants to. I think it's just a matter of if he has time or not. So keep your fingers crossed, and hopefully we'll get that final polish that everybody's wanting. So, all right. So, Hand of the King. To get to Hand of the King, you need to finish 4 house modes. If you need to know how to start house modes or how they work, check back on part 2. That's where we cover all the house modes and how those work. So, you complete 4 houses. What's up, Gun Nut? Complete 4 houses, and then the center ramp will light for Hand of the King. Hit it up there, Hand of the King starts. The way Hand of the King works is it behaves differently depending on which 4 houses you bring into it. We'll go through how those houses affect it right now. So, if you bring Stark into Hand of the King, that gives you your Stark, what are called your Stark bonus rounds, which is a 20-second free shooting round where everything is lit in between each wave of Hand of the King. I guess I should go over basically how Hand of the King works without the houses affecting it. Hand of the King has 3 waves. Those waves consist of hitting every house's shot that you brought into Hand of the King. So, if you brought in Greyjoy, if you brought in Tyrell, if you brought in Lannister and Stark, those 4 shots will be lit at the start of Hand of the King. The orbit, the dragon, the center ramp, and the right ramp. You need to hit all 4 of those shots. After doing that, the battering ram would light for a super jackpot. You hit that. Once you do, it'll start the next wave. Hit all 4 shots, hit the battering ram, super jackpot. Then it'll start the 3rd wave. Hit all 4 shots again, hit the battering ram, collect your super jackpot. Then a super jackpot hurry up will start at the battering ram, and the value of that is the combination of all the shots you had made up to that point in Hand of the King. So the reason why that's important is that value can grow exponentially based off of how you do up until that point. So, if you bring in the Stark House, which has a SDTM. So, if you take in Stark, that's going to give you a Stark bonus round of 20 seconds of free shooting where everything's lit, and that's going to happen in between each wave. So, after you hit your 4 shots and hit the battering ram, everything in the game is going to light for 20 seconds. So that's a time where you can maybe just spam the center ramp as much as you can for 20 seconds, and it's going to keep getting you good points and also adding to the big time collect at the end, the super jackpot hurry up after you've been through all your waves. So, but one thing about bringing Stark in is it extends Hand of the King. So it makes it more difficult. More shots you have to make, blah, blah, blah. It's a longer path to get to that big payoff because you want to get to that hurry up. It's worth a ton, especially if it's multiplied. Okay, Baratheon. If you bring Baratheon into Hand of the King, that will light, instead of having to hit 4 shots, you have to hit all 7 shots on the board. Okay? Yeah, Ronald, I wish I could do these on every game so everybody can learn every inch of everything. So, but I promise you, not every game is this complex. So that's mainly why I wanted to do this one first. But okay, so Baratheon, you take that in, you're gonna have to hit every shot on the board to complete a wave. All right, so that makes things a little bit more difficult. Lannister, if you bring that in, that adds 125 million to the hurry up that you collect after you've gone through your 3 waves. Okay. Targaryen, that's a big one. Because of how difficult Targaryen is to complete, if you happen to bring that into Hand of the King, it adds 750,000 per shot that you make during Hand of the King. So that's going to make your hurry up that you collect after you've been through your 3 waves even bigger. Okay? Greyjoy. This one's big and is normally one that you'll take in because it's a fairly easy mode to complete and things of that nature. If you bring Greyjoy into Hand of the King, that's going to only make you complete 2 waves instead of 3, okay? So if you have Greyjoy and you go into Hand of the King, you have to hit your 4 shots, collect your super jackpot, hit your 4 shots again, collect your super jackpot, then your hurry-up's ready. So that's a big one to bring in because it cuts out a whole wave. But again, not having to go through 3 waves is going to decrease the value of that ultimate payoff of your super jackpot hurry-up. Tyrell. If you bring Tyrell House into Hand of the King, it adds 15 million per super jackpot. So after you've cleared your wave of shots and the super jackpot's lit at the ram, that adds points to that, 15 million a pop. Okay. Then Martell. Martell is one that makes it more difficult as well if you bring it in. Martell requires you to hit all shots twice. So if you bring in Martell, Greyjoy, Targaryen, and Lannister, you're going to have to hit both orbits, the dragon and the center ramp, but you're going to have to hit them twice because you brought in Martell, okay? If you bring in Martell and Baratheon, you got to hit all 7 shots, but you got to hit them twice. So imagine if you got to go through 3 waves of that. It's going to be very difficult. But if you happen to get through all that and collect the hurry up, it's going to be worth way more than if you only have 4 shots lit that you only have to hit once and you don't have Stark bonus rounds, that kind of thing. So basically, the more shots it takes you to get to that hurry up payoff, the more it's going to be worth. Alright? So that's Hand of the King. Martell's an ass. Yeah, Martell is a jerk for doing that to you, for bringing in Hand of the King. But, okay, so game bugs and code wish list. We've covered some of the game bugs in this tutorial as actually strategy. One of them being the super jackpot bug that we saw at the mystery shot. Remember, if we get into mystery and it offers you to light the super jackpot, the ram, don't hit the ram, start your multi-ball, and when you get into multi-ball, your ram will be lit for unlimited super jackpots during that multi-ball. That's one of the big bugs. Some people seem to think that stacking wall multi-ball with winner has come multi-ball or stacking winner has come multi-ball with Blackwater multi-ball is a bug, but I am almost positive it's not. I can't remember if I specifically asked Dwight about that, but he knows the stack, and I'm pretty sure that was intended all along. Anybody else in chat can think of any bugs? I've had a couple times where if I got a crazy game going during one of the multi-balls, the game reset on me in the current code, but that might have only happened once, and I have no idea how it happened, so there might be something there, but it might be difficult to find. Sometimes when you... man, I really can't think of anything else that would be a bug in this. There might be something really deep in the, hard-to-reach modes like Hand of the King or Iron Throne, but I really can't tell because I haven't gotten that far or am good enough at those modes. Other than that, the game's not terribly buggy. It's really popular for tournaments, all that kind of jazz. But one thing I wish that when and if Dwight takes a last pass at this, I hope he considers to make the winner has come multi-ball super jackpot the combination of all your multiplied winner has coming hurry-ups. If you guys remember last time, or when I was streaming on Sunday, just playing around on here talking about the state IFPA championships, I got to winner has come multi-ball, and I thought the super jackpot was the combination of all our multiplied hurry-ups that we had collected up to that point, but it wasn't. It's just the base value of those. So I think that really takes away from some serious scoring strategy with Starkhouse and to pick that. So I'll put in a request to Dwight to hopefully maybe at least allow us to get that super jackpot multiplied somehow, because it really kind of takes away from trying to maximize those winners coming hurry-ups as you advance to that multi-ball. And I think it's plenty difficult enough to set up a shot that can be worth that much. I mean, it took me forever. That was the first time I had done it, but on the collect I was disappointed because it wasn't that massive payoff I was looking for. But so okay, hey Evan, what's up? Sounds off. All right, we'll kick some butt. So that's really the main thing I would want to change in the game. Some extra fanfare, maybe some call outs for when we're in those obscure multi-balls like winner has come, because it's not easy to tell what's going on like without looking at the DMD. So some more audible cues would be great. When you beat the game, it would be nice to have like a little fanfare there when you kind of roll the game over and start over. But yeah, just a few more call outs for some of those modes and multi-balls and stuff. But this game is pretty great. So hopefully when Dwight takes that final pass, it'll be even better. So all right. Also, one more thing we're going to have tonight. My buddy Mark is here, going to be playing with us. He's researched all the videos. How many of you watched? All of them? He's watched all the videos. So part 2.
Part 4 twice.
He fell asleep. So he only fell asleep twice during 4 parts. So I think that's pretty impressive. And it was part 4 both times. So I guess that's the most boring one. But anyway, so basically we're going to see how he's played Game of Thrones before, plenty, but we'll see how some of those new strategies he's got in his head will work for him. So now we're just going to try and blow this game up. I was having luck with Greyjoy over the weekend, so I'm going to start with that.
Greyjoy.
Oh, I plunged too hard. So now my ball saves running. I'm going to... Get up there. So before, Mark, had you really like backhanded any of the shots or tried to?
Pretty much just trying to get it up that loop and lock and start those. I didn't really have any strategy whatsoever.
Okay.
Even when those were started, I knew to go for the lid shots, but I didn't know how to complete those.
Right.
So,
Okay.
I was just kind of flailing.
Choose your house.
Winter is coming.
So why'd you pick Stark right there?
It's easiest to get the mode rolling by just hitting the ramp over and over, and then I figure with my missed shots, I'll accidentally start Lannister, and then if I can lock and get Blackwater started, then I can maybe combo Lannister and Stark during the Blackwater multi-ball. That's pretty much the goal.
Yeah, typically while my there you go, good nudge there. So what I would say is, so it's gonna let you choose, but I would pass on it. But yeah, it's gonna serve you ball, so be ready.
Oh shit!
I'll show you on my turn because that was something I explained in the first video, but you can't see me doing it. So what Mark was trying to do there was beat the auto fire, but was unsuccessful because it's quick. If you're not ready for it, it'll kill you. Because you want to get that. So, and in that instance, you kind of fumbled around, hit one little target there, and drained down the middle, it would have given it back to you had you beaten that.
Okay.
Because the playfield, the game didn't know the ball was out there yet. So basically, here's what you want to do when that auto fire comes out. Yeah, you want to like push up the playfield a little bit, but if you push it forward, see how it keeps it off that switch. So when it's coming back down the lane, push it forward, and then it puts the rubber right by the switch, and the ball never activates that switch, meaning it'll never hit that.
It won't auto
right.
plunge.
So yeah, by holding it up there, it's just going to bounce it up a little bit, and then give you time to give it a soft plunge to get it up there.
But the auto plunge will continue to just try and launch it over and over. You gotta like.
But if you hit this forward and the ball will kind of bounce up just a little bit, then it'll come to a landing soft really quickly, and then it gives you time to push it up there. All right. Try and get my lanes lit up here. So if you can, when you get that soft plunge going, and if you can catch the ball off the soft plunge right away, I would try and go for these targets right away, because once you hit all three, you'll light up your out lanes. So now the only place you can lose the ball is down the middle. Mark chat saying what's up to you.
Alex?
No, it's the guys for this channel I stream for. Names are Greg and Zach. I don't know where Hobbs is at. He hasn't really chimed in on any of these streams. He's a big fat loser.
Lock is lit.
Stick ball. Oh boy. Oh boy.
You're pushing your luck.
So one thing I learned on the weekend that was pretty fun, if you play Tyrell House with Greyjoy, you can purposely never finish the mode and just keep playing it over and over and over again for pretty good points. So let's see if we can do that. That was pretty fun to do. I need to avoid the dragon shot, so I'm still not able to complete this mode. Because remember, in Tyrell, playing as Greyjoy, you have to complete all the purple shots to ever be able to complete the mode. But I don't want to complete the mode because I want to keep playing it and get points. Get out of there.
Great shot.
Okay, Tyrell timed out, so now I can hit the dragon shot. Well, too late. So 159 for the first pass on Tyrell, but we can keep playing it.
Lock is lit.
You want beer?
Yeah.
Player 2, you're up.
So, if I knock down the drop targets on the left, that's gonna light or light.
Yep, and it'll save your ball if you having to drain down there. So you gotta hit all three. But again, the ball save won't even start until you hit 3 of these switches in the lower playfield. So you'll have a free shot at these right now if that's all you hit is these targets. There you go. So your ball save still hasn't started. It's flashing, but it hasn't started. The music will change. Now it's started. Well, you hit the hardest target, so you just need to hit those top 2 shots. And you're good.
Don't lose it again.
But again, if you can't dial in hitting those targets to get those lanes lit, then I would just say punt on it and go back to your just trying to get to multi-ball. So your goal is at least one lock every ball. Because then if you get to ball 3, you're going to play one multi-ball. And that's what you want.
shit.
You just got to get into that habit. So now you already got 2 noselets. So now it's just a matter of getting the multi-ball.
Careful, careful.
And I think that was your second lock, right? Or just
Yeah, that's my second.
You are up.
So as long as you haven't been to multi-ball yet, you're never out of a game of Game of Thrones. God, I'm plunging
You either win or you
terribly.
die.
It's true.
Ball 1 locked.
Lock is lit.
Ball 2 locked.
Be patient. So are we talking with Greg or Zach right now? If Zach, where did you find that lot of 9 games that you just bought? It's a really random group of games too.
Lock is lit.
What's up, Dave? Thanks for watching.
Ball 3 locked. Black water.
Yeah, but the first one was garbage. It might as well be my first one. Oh, everybody out of the pool. Oh boy.
You're playing a bit rough.
Stannis fleet burns.
I knew I didn't have any left.
Player 2, you're up.
Right.
So Gun Nut, you were on that deal, or try to get one out of the deal. So I assume it was from one person.
Lock is lit.
Spend your gold.
I would keep it. Unless it's Lightning mode or collecting a sword or Lightning Super Jackpot, I would just pass. Alright, now I would pick Targaryen as one of them because that's a valuable mode. And then Lannister is the other because it's dangerous to hit those shots. You gotta hit all those gold targets.
Okay, this is my goal for the night, so I guess I'm done.
But yeah, if you concentrate on not validating the playfield, then just immediately going for lock targets, you should get Blackwater multi-wall every time you play. No, Ronald, I was asking Greg or Zach, whoever's on the chat tonight, how they came across those, how Zach came across that 9-game lot that he just picked up. That's a pretty good score. backhand. I'll get after that left orbit. There you go. Nice. So now you got your outlines, but immediately used it. That's alright though. Your ears were burning? Yeah, I was just, he sent me some pictures. Or no, he sent me a picture of the Gilligan's Island and then a listing of all the games he got. Pretty crazy. I doubt I'll ever pick up 9 games at once. Unless all 9 of them cost like $1,000. Alright, that was a good warm up.
Choose your house.
How about it, Mark? Alright, so for states. For states, here's what I want you to do. Right now, roll with Martell for right now. And just concentrate on short plunging.
Baratheon.
And
Greyjoy.
Short
House
plunging.
Martell.
And so never hit this to plunge. And hit lock, center ramp, lock, because right now you're going to have Martell lit to start right away. Just like you would any other house. And then just by hitting the center ramp to get your locks, by the time you get the third lock, you will have also lit Lannister. Then boom, multi-ball will be Lannister and Martell.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you won't have to really shoot anywhere else in the play field, except maybe these to light up your outlines.
Okay.
So short plunge, locks.
Unbowed, unbent, unbroken. Lock is lit.
Oh, come on.
And you'll notice too, sometimes when you hit those lock targets, so I would go for a lock right now.
Yeah.
Reason being, if you drain from missing that drop target, you're dead. But if you lock a ball first, beat it, beat it!
Oh! I'm never going to remember that.
Well, some other guys in the chat have said that too. It's like, it's so hard to get in that mindset. Every time a ball pops into that shooting lane, you want to be short plunging. Unless it's like multi-ball and the balls are going crazy.
Look at that.
Nice. So now, if you hadn't have like gotten good control of it like that, you could have just let it drain, and you would have been good. But now you're live. Did you hear the music change?
Yeah.
Like when the music changes, you're live.
If you would have told me I was live, maybe I would have played that.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
House Baratheon. House Lannister. House Greyjoy.
And yeah, that's another thing that's hard to remember. You know that you can just drain and drain and drain until you get it on that right flipper.
Lock is lit.
Oh boy.
Heart eater.
Oh boy.
What did you start with? Greyjoy? Is that why you
Yeah.
immediately got the sword?
Yep. That's one of my main reasons for picking Greyjoy, because my multipliers automatically are worth 4x when yours are only 3. God, get a hold of the ball. Man, I swear I'm so bad at hitting that right orbit, it's disgusting. Plunged it too far. Hit the right orbit. God. Alright, I'm gonna lock the ball here. I'm gonna do something else. No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna do that. Lock it! Oh my goodness.
You're pushing your luck.
Holy moly!
Ball 1. Locked.
Hey, I got one!
Try their combat.
And I Can't be playing like this at States, Mark.
This is night 1 of practice.
So, Mark made it to the Kentucky State Championships. I believe you're the 14th 14 seed. And like, what legitimate rank were you? How far did they get at?
52, I think.
52. So Kentucky went all the way down to the 52nd ranked person in the state. Well, I guess it would have been further than that because Phoebe's 16, so it would have been like 60
She was
probably.
55, I think.
55?
She was only a few behind.
Okay. So 55 in the state of Kentucky it had to go down to get 16. This was the first year I was legitimately in the top 16. I think I was 14 overall. But yeah, if we keep playing like this, we're going to be out early. Did I text you I got Grand Prix working on here?
I was just talking about that last night. I didn't think you would ever get that thing fixed.
I got kind of lucky. I was just poking around and found something that looked screwy, and I cleaned it and put it back in. It seems to be okay now, but we'll see. I've played about 5 games on it. It was skipping people every game before. So it's only ball 2 locked. 5 pass. There you go. Just get used to beating it. There you go. Nice. Oh, yeah, you're dead.
Oh, I'm dead?
Because
hit
like,
that's
the
right,
battering
that's right.
ram counts. Yeah, if you would have hit like the gold target, you would have been fine. But
That's right.
Player 1.
Shoot! Oh, yeah, I got extra ball.
Lock is lit.
Get up there.
Ball 3. Locked.
oh dang!
Oh, my.
Like you did like
My
just
battle.
too soon. Like you had to wait. So, no modes, sir. That's alright. Just concentrate. Okay, so remember, your house's power is you get an animal ball. So you want to use that when you have like you don't have a ball save anymore. Okay, so now your ball save's out. So once you get down to 1 ball, hit the center button, and your multi-ball restart with all your balls and your ball save. So yeah, play trapped up here.
Come
Oh
on.
shit, that'd been good.
I'll allow it.
There you go. Ooh. Nice. That's right, I gotta give you such a bitch. Let's see. Now, there you go. There you go. Ooh, good save. Oh, good save. Dragon hates your gut.
That's it.
Hobbs, let's see. I have Josh Selter. He's a Louisville guy. And I believe Mark is playing Brian Shepard.
So I didn't really even know what I should be doing at that point.
That's assuming there's no backouts or whatever. Pretty much at that point. After I've been through my first multi-ball, once I get back up the center and lets me pick modes, then just start playing modes constantly. 'Cause it's a little bit harder to get to multi-ball. Now, you just want to do your best with knowing how the modes work, of getting
Try
points.
to get some modes started.
Yeah, and then if you happen to start another multi-ball while you're playing those modes, no worries. But at this point, you've taken your first big stab at points. And if it didn't go
Now you
so
gotta start
well,
grinding.
yeah, like basically. I mean, you can go right back into multi-ball, but it's going to be harder to get there, and if you don't, you're screwed. See if I can hit the right orbit this time. Jesus.
Lock is lit.
Hey, got one. All right, chat, keep it down for people who know who Brian Shepard is and Mark having to play him. Mark has no idea that Brian Shepard is the guy that won last year, so make no mention of that. I don't want him to get discouraged. Hopefully he can pull off the upset. Come on.
All two locked.
I'm going to get my Martell power here.
You don't get a name like that unless you're dead, right?
Sick ball. Ooh, I'll take that. Does that count? I didn't even play a tune. Ooh, baby. It didn't count that first one. Get up there. Ooh, Lazarus. Never leave the game if you think the ball's going to bounce back in. That should have been a good one. Tyrell. $152 even. Alright, collect this sword, now I get all my multipliers.
Neither.
Ugh.
Lock is lit.
Oh, I thought I was going to get two in one ball. What I was doing there, instead of
You're up.
lighting my third lock for multi-ball, I was trying to have the mode time out like I was showing you guys before. If you know the modes are about to end and you're about to start multi-ball, don't start it. Wait till the modes time out if you can, if it's not too risky. And then lock your third ball and start a couple modes and get them going. Nice.
Equip yourself.
Light super jackpot.
Get
Don't hit the battery
super
ramp.
jackpot.
So did you hear me talking about that bug before? That's what that would have
Yeah.
done. If you,
I
it's
don't,
tough. But
I don't
if
have
you
any
get, if you get
balls left.
right, but I'm just saying, if you could have somehow got back into multi-ball, that would have been lit for super jackpots the whole
You're
time.
up.
So, but I mean, that's tough because you already had been to multi-ball once,
Yeah,
right?
I was on ball
yeah.
3. Plus, that's not going to ride till the next ball anyway, even if multiple
Yeah,
balls.
yeah,
There's no way I was going to lock all 3 balls and not hit the goddamn bench.
right. So in that situation, if you were playing a 4-player game, or even head-to-head, and say you were player 2, and you only needed like 15 million to beat me, that super jackpot's always worth at least 15, 16 million. So if you knew you were that close, don't risk doing something crazy like that. Just take it, and just take your win and walk away. Yeah, it's all about getting in these weird habits on this game, and you can make it at least more manageable. Get up there. I swear.
Make your choice.
Take the win. Walk away. I thought you weren't listening, Evan. Stark's really hard, so I'm gonna try and complete that.
All 3, lost.
Cool, man. Well, welcome.
Multi-ball. Bloody Baratheons.
I wonder why Dwight decided to not make the dragon shot a required shot in Stark as well. Well, I guess it's the. I guess I do know why he made all 4 shots that you could possibly have to hit in Stark purple and nothing else. That makes sense. Oh, that was took a risk and it backfired. Dragon. Oh, that was crazy.
The super jackpot.
If the left orbit
You're pushing your
multiplier is
monster.
on, does it apply to the spinner as well?
No, only the playfield multiplier. I was pretty bummed when I first found that out, but it makes sense because
It's not part of the lane. It's
right,
just a
exactly.
feature.
It's an extra target basically, just like the drop targets or the lock targets.
Jackpot.
Okay, we're at a multi-ball with a bunch of multipliers. Let's check the spinner. No idea what it's worth, but let's see.
61,000 per spin.
Get up there. Well, this is stupid.
Then quite as unsatisfying as that dunk was.
Alright, got my multipliers back. I thought I had a good hurry up there, but let's go Tyrell. Oh boy. Let's get 4x going and see what happens. Wah, 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 wah.
Alright, you won that
Choose
one.
your house.
Shocking. Did you put 2 on?
I put 2 on.
House Baratheon. House Lannister.
Take
House
2, they're small.
Greyjoy. House Tyrell. House Martell. Tyrell. Martell. House Stark. Baratheon. Baratheon.
Ours is the fury.
Lock is lit.
So gun nut, the gold, the gold that's in the game.
Choose your house.
So if you collect all the gold targets, which are in between each shot, once you hit all 5 of those, the mystery will light at the dragon. Hit that, and then depending on how much gold you've collected, your awards will change. One award is random. One award is usually based off the gold you currently have. So the more gold you have, the better the award. And then the other option is to pass. Keep your gold and earn more. So then the next round of gold that you collect, or if you collect multiple rounds of gold before you enter the mystery, you'll have a lot more. Or if you're House Lannister, they collect more gold than any other house, which is pretty pointless, like I said in the other stream, except for doing that super jackpot bug. But
House Baratheon.
but yeah, so that's what the gold does. You really don't ever want to shoot for it unless you're in Lannister mode, and hopefully if you're in Lannister mode, you're in multi-ball. Because they're deadly shots, as you've probably seen from watching and playing.
We do not sow. Oathkeeper.
What's up, Pete? Oh god. Just got a piece of it. Man. Ow, that was stupid. I was trying to hit that drop target, and I did, but that was dumb. If it was the only one left, I should
Player one, you are up.
They scare you?
Lock.
Dang it. How many views do you have?
We're right
0.0.
over here.
Well, the auto plunge got me there.
The auto plunge is making you a bitch right now.
I disagree with you.
So yeah, chat, feel free, anything that was confusing about the previous videos or stuff you feel like I didn't cover, feel free to fire away and I'll get it taken care of tonight. That way we got it all on video somewhere.
Lock is lit.
Time I'll keep it.
Make a choice.
You know it, Hobbs. Abby don't appreciate shit.
Ball one, locked.
Red flag often. You don't get a name like that unless you're dead, you right?
Oh boy. see if we can't make this worth. Oh no, I can't. I was gonna combo it from right ramp to center, but the right ramp would have completed it for fewer points. Oh, that was terrible. Wasted my Lord of Light.
Widow's Wail. Lock is lit.
What do the more experienced players of Game of Thrones think of the Lord of Light outlane rules? When the game first came out, the default was every 3 times you hit down those drop targets, the outlanes would light. Now it's only, the default is once per game.
Once per game or once per ball?
Once per game. So, I like it better because I think once you start getting used to the game, it tends to play a little longer. So, I feel like, especially for better players, that once every 3 drop target banks was getting ridiculous because I feel like the better players are just completely abusing it, but that could just be me.
Ball 2. Locked.
Oh, goodness.
Lock is lit.
Lannister. Be around.
Lock. Blackwater.
Yes.
Multi-ball.
See that channel? You better start practicing. I mean, it's the same as last time, but
Yeah, I saw that.
at least this time we have a working right flipper. So it's not like hitting it like a wet noodle. Do you remember that? It was funny, like nobody said anything, so I guess I didn't realize what was happening. And then I played it, and I was like, what is wrong with this flipper? It seriously couldn't even like make it up to the dragon. It was that weak. Ah, crummy. Animal? Yay! And I completed Lannister. It's Christmas! Oh.
Get the extra ball.
Oh.
You get to be legendary mystery? Is that why this is happening?
No, I hit all the jackpots normal.
Oh, it's just, it's super jackpot for like 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's on a timer. And certain things stop it. Like I think if the ball's in the pop bumpers or ball saves on or something, I don't know. It's not a true 15 or 20 seconds, whatever it is.
Yeah, the animal.
Yep, that's because yeah, I had the Martell power there.
5, 4,
Woo! I'll take that. Oh no, don't lose you.
ball. 2,
Yeah, see the whole time during that extra ball animation, it paused the timer. Second time around, you got to hit every jackpot twice.
Right.
But you should know that.
What?
Oh, I said, but you should know that.
I'm familiar with that. The thing that I got from watching the videos is that the wall multi-ball is the worst.
It's terrible. I mean, I completely suck at it. I mean, there's no way around it. But at the same time, like, man, like somebody show me why that's worth it to go for.
I mean, why that instead of just completing a couple bows?
Yep.
Like, it's just something that happens by accident. That's the only reason. If you
Pretty much, like it.
Because you get stuck up there in those jet bumpers, you could accidentally, like, you know, get to like 3 or 4 numbers.
Yeah. And yeah, just take it if it gives it to you. It's just another. It's basically just another. What I would use it as a way to have a ball save while playing a couple minutes. You see what I'm saying?
Because
you can hit the center ramp, start a couple modes, and then hit the dragon and start wall, and then essentially you have ball
so
save.
once you count down the wall multiple, you gotta hit the dragon to start it.
Start it right. So then before you start it,
Gear up.
hit the center ramp, start your 2 modes, and then it'll feed it right down to your right flipper, and then you shoot the dragon to start wall multi-ball
Okay.
while those 2 modes are running.
Yeah. Man, this Wendy's chicken sandwich looks pretty good.
Lights bringer.
Alright, we're going to start Baratheon. Even though it's going to be the hardest... Oh, dang it! I'll sit. Rip spinners all day. What should... This mode's awesome to bring into multi-ball because every time you hit the spinner, it makes a crazy awesome spinner noise. But if you're just playing the mode regular, it doesn't really... It makes an initial noise, but that's it.
You're playing a bit rough.
Oh god.
Hot is lit.
Ooh, lucky. Okay, so I have Greyjoy, Baratheon, Lannister, Martell. Watch the DMD, it'll remind you. So I have this very difficult. Although I only have to do 2 sets.
You are now the
I have to complete all 7 shots. See how they're all lit? But I have to do them all twice because I brought in Martell. So typically you don't want to do this. But if somehow I make the hurry up shot, the big payoff shot, it will be worth a whole hell of a lot. Almost through wave 1. Man. Hey, I made it. Okay, super jackpot's lit at the ram. I hit it. Now I gotta hit all 7 shots twice again.
Whoa!
Oh no. Get up there! Okay, hurry up, slit. There we go. That was not worth that much. Because it wasn't multiplied by anything. Didn't have any playfield multipliers.
16 million?
No, it was like 250 million, but
Back off.
God, that was a lot of work for nothing. So you can see there, that hurry up collect, I only had about 250 million. But if that was times by like 3 or 4x because of the playfield multipliers, it would have been over a billion.
You
What's up?
are breaking the rules.
No, I'm not. I want to drink that one. Oh, shoot. Hey, Gun Nut, I rarely am able to do it in that kind of fashion. That was probably the best, at least from a tactical standpoint, the best Hand of the King I've ever played.
Yeah, you suck at multi-ball.
Trial by combat.
Lock is lit.
Get up there. Great play.
Great play, right here.
Player 2, you're up.
Alright, so I've been through Hand of the King. Now I just got to complete the rest of these nodes. I got a couple hurry-ups done. My left orbit and my center ramps lit purple for collecting hurry-ups. If I get 2 more, I'll be in that multi-ball, but I just want to keep working towards modes.
Equip yourself.
If I was playing for points... Ooh, light extra ball. Thank you.
Extra ball is lit.
Don't mind if I do. Is it gonna give me that? It's probably gonna spit the... Okay.
Extra ball.
Oh, no way. Targaryen. So since I'm going for points, I want to start Targaryen because this is worth buco points if you can stay in it. And make some quick shots.
Pushing your luck there.
Did you get the extra ball?
I did.
Player 2, you're up.
Ah! Plunged. Too strong. If I didn't plunge that strong, I wouldn't have used my ball save just then.
Careful, careful.
Okay. I feel like I'm aimless.
The key is... So,
Choose your house.
the only game so far that you got to a multi-ball...
Ball one. Or game one.
was it game 1? I thought you used it in Martell too.
Oh, I did, yeah. Okay.
Basically,
House Martell.
you want to do the exact same thing over and over and over and over again with this game. So, pick something, pick a task you want to do and do the exact same thing every time. Don't you're gonna see other stuff lit up, you're gonna see other things might happen,
Unbroken.
but all you're doing is get control of the ball. And what I do, okay, so try and backhand the right rim. Keep the plunging.
Oh shit.
So, ooh, that's a gift from the elves. But don't go for the extra ball. Here's one of the keys of trapping it here and then starting the game off by hitting that right ramp. Because what it can do is, if you can backhand that right ramp, you can use this flipper to bang it into the targets for a lock. So hit it earlier. It's really early. There you go. Now hit the locks. Boom.
Split.
So when it's ever in the dragon, just like you're over on the orbits,
Choose
it's going to be sitting on that rail. Just give the game a little bump and it'll knock it to the right foot.
House Baratheon. House
So I'll pick the
Martell.
same house and do the exact same thing I'm telling you to do.
Unbroken.
Okay. So right ramp, lock targets.
Lock is lit.
And I've seen you do this a couple times, but you know you can do that right. You can hit the center ramp from either flipper.
Yes.
Okay.
Locked.
So I got my first ball locked. I'm passing, so I want to take that into multi-ball. I'm doing the exact same thing. These 3 shots. Right ramp. Lock targets.
Nice.
Center ramp.
Lock is lit.
Because remember, each time you lock a ball, you're getting that playfield validation back. Right ramp. Lock targets.
Lock is lit.
Center ramp. Oh! Regroup. See? So that's your. But if you only do, if you only that was hilarious. Just put some happy trees here. I'm just gonna get the multi-ball real quick. But no, like all you want to do is a third of that. So it's 3 shots. Right ramp, targets, center shot. If you can make 3 shots each ball,
3.
you got a multi-ball every game.
Black water.
And because you're Martell, you get double multi-ball because of being able to hit the button. But don't play free and loose because you know you have that crush. Play it like you don't have that advantage.
Are you going for jackpot or are you going
Yeah.
for the
Jackpots. But the modes I'm in are pretty much every shot too. So in some cases I'm getting triple for my money. Get these balls out of the way. Animal. Ow.
The super jackpot.
Get out of there. Oh.
Stannis' fleet burns.
Did you already do the edible?
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Yep. I'm just saying, like, if every single game all you do is pick Martel and do that 3-shot combo over and over and over again for hours upon end, then it starts to look like how I just did on that ball. But then you can see my multi-ball sucks. Even though I had a paddle crutch. Good save. Nice. Don't forget too, you don't have to flip every time. So, if, like, I don't know if you think it's easier from the right or the left to hit the center ramp, but there's a couple times where the ball was coming nice and slow at this left flipper, and you went ahead and flipped it away. If you just let it like come over, you would have been able to catch it on the right. But just other things you gotta practice. Oh boy. Give it back, please. Thank you.
Here's another chance.
And by the way, at Zanzibar and Louisville, they have a limited edition of this with the big upper play field, but the strategy doesn't change.
Careful. Player 1, you're up.
Get that extra ball, son. Nice. And for your lock shot too, like, if you feel like there's no way I'm making this center shot from the left flipper, do what you just did. Just pass it over and make it from the easier side. Pass and then get ready. Perfect. Exactly what we want to do every time.
Locked is lit.
Nice. Try and beat it.
Oh, you got me.
You definitely want a lock. So you pays to take your time and think about it for a
Ball
second.
2, locked.
There you go. See, there's a delay in it if the ball doesn't bounce on that switch. If the ball only hits the switch once, the faster the ball's going, it's gonna hit that switch and register, and then before the ball can settle, it's gonna fire.
Player 2, you're
That's
off.
like my typical 10, 12 minute, just like very sad score.
Well, just hope whoever you're playing Louisville doesn't pick Game of Thrones.
Eric, I'm supposed to get better.
Well,
I
no.
still just assume.
But
that
no,
I'm-
there's so many games too, man, where like Attack from Mars. I'm terrible at that game. I usually lose, but at the same time, I just try to get that out of my head and just be like, look, just play. Because like sometimes they play worse than you. Like with how bad you played, sometimes they play worse than you. So always remember that someone can always do worse than what you just did. And in head-to-head, it's a different animal too, because it's like,
I know.
like normally you're just trying to finish in the top two, you know. And trust me, there's a lot more games in head-to-head where it's just like you both did absolutely dog shit, but you just barely won.
Wait, it's head-to-head. It's not.
Head-to-head, best of 7 matches. So the higher seed than you picks the first game, and loser picks after that. First to 4 wins.
This is 1v1.
Correct.
Hey,
So it's like
who did you say I was playing?
you're playing Brian Shepard. He's the. It's just a standard setup of a 16-seeded
Right.
bracket.
So I'm 14 seeded. What,
Yes. No, I'm 4. He's 3. 3. God.
Pushing your luck.
4?
So 1 16, 2 15, 3 you, 4 12 or 13.
That's crazy. I don't think I've never played the head-to-head tournament like that.
Choose your house.
All right, I'll go first this time.
House Baratheon. House Greyjoy. House Tyrell.
Yep. So, like I said, he's the highest seed. He's gonna pick the first game you play, and then whoever loses the first game.
Face the next one.
Yep. Just loser picks from there on out until you're a winner. Last year, I was in the semifinals, and I was up 3 games to 1 and lost. So he won 3 straight games. But yeah, it was fun though. Like it came down to a final game on Medieval Madness, and this Medieval Madness they had there, the guy I was playing, his name was Jared. He's a real nice guy, and I was just so like frustrated that I let him stay in the match. That this Medieval Madness they had there, like if you looked at it, it tilted. It was beat up to holy hell. Like the ball like rolled all crazy on it. And I was like, fuck it, we're playing Medieval Madness. Like this is like a wild card coin flip, and he ended up being able to just walk away. I made him play his 3rd ball, but he didn't have to do much to overcome my score and just be able to walk away. But yeah, it was heartbreaking, especially being up 3 games to 1.
So the final game winner of that final game.
Right, because we were
was
tied
gonna
3 to
move
3.
on.
We were tied 3 to
Pick
3.
Medieval.
Yeah.
Just 'cause-
Yeah, I was mad, and I was like, I'm not gonna pick a game that either of us is gonna like, because he was a local guy, or at least had been playing local all year, and I had no clue what he was comfortable on, and but I knew damn well he wasn't gonna want to play Medieval, so I was just like, we'll play this. Let's combo some shots, baby. Come on.
I need to look at the game list again. There's
A lot of new Stearns.
Yeah.
And both Jersey Jacks. Well, 2 out of the 3, I should say. That's about as quick as you can finish Greyjoy right there. Ooh, baby, this is butter smooth on these shots.
Ball 2 locked.
Without having any multipliers unlocked, I'll take that.
Neither.
Yeah. Tickle them. Tickle them.
Lock is lit. You're playing it rough.
Woo, baby. It's a couple dangers right there. Dang it, I don't have Lannister lit. Oh well.
3 locked.
Blackwater! Multi-ball! Brain fire up. Perfect shot.
Jackpot.
Extra ball is lit.
Why is this multi-ball silent?
It's the calm before the storm. Extra ball. Oh, come on. Oh, I forgot I hit 2! Mark, you should have reminded me.
I didn't know what you were about to do.
Choose your house. House Baratheon. House Tyrell. House Martell.
Alright, we'll do one more after this and then,
Lock is lit. Ball 1 locked.
This is like the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever been a part of.
I'll have to get like a cow or like a stun gun. Like every time you don't beat the plunge, I'll zap you.
Well, I beat it. I'm just like frantically like having a panic
Right.
attack,
So-
trying to time it up with it.
So I mean, you're doing this, which is essentially the same thing as what I was telling you to do. But what I do is I hold it out so it gives the ball just a tiny little hop. Then the ball will settle with only hitting that switch once. Where if it comes all the way down, watch it bounce twice. See that? That's when it does the quick shot. Because the first one, it sees it, and then by the time it's back down again, when you're ready to go like this, it's already firing it. So if you do this, see how it just sits there? It gives you extra time.
Okay.
It doesn't do the immediate fire, so then you can like relax for a second.
Next time, I'll keep it.
Let's see if we can't bring Targaryen into Hand of the King. It's gonna be tough.
Extra ball!
Moose Man. Get up there. 2 for our money just because we can.
Careful, careful. Careful.
I got an extra ball, but oh, it's over there. Not bad.
You're up.
I think it's close. 1,000, you get 552.
Well, looks like we completed Lannister before Targaryen. Come on, complete it. Damn it. No. Alright, what do we got? Stark, Lannister, don't need to worry about that. One last set.
You are
All right.
now the Hand of the King.
So now we only got 4 shots, and we only need to complete each of them once. But we have the start bonus rounds, which we'll see hopefully here in a second. I swear. You suck so bad. Crikey! Let's see what we got here. Is that ball free? Oh, ball two.
Player 2, you are up. Player 1, you are up.
So excited. I suck at it just as bad.
Well, I'll tell you this much. When I first learned about the whole playfield validation thing and coming up with what worked for me to get that consistent game plan going, there was a couple times at the Arcade Legacy tournaments that I logged a final score of less than 3 million. Like, it was growing pains and how to get used to it. And still to this day, I'll have a turd thrown in there like less than 10 million. It happens because you're short plunging, you're not getting skill shots, you're not doing other things. Like, you're really just, if you miss your shots, then you're fucked still. I mean, it still comes down to making shots, but it eliminates, it allows you to make a little bit more, some more mistakes than you normally would, but again, you still gotta make them. Alright, let's at least complete Targaryen here. Oh yeah. Dead.
Is that your ball 3?
Yeah. You see how valuable that mode is.
You're out.
I only had 900 and something.
Yeah.
Went into that mode and made a few shots that were comboed and multiplied. I jumped up by a couple hundred million. So if you have that mode lit, definitely play it if it's an option.
Don't lose it again. Ball 2 locked.
Lock is lit.
Dang it.
Just barely got you. Alright, everybody. We're going to call a quits for tonight. I'm going to switch all my gear over to a really nice restored Flight 2000 that a buddy of mine just plopped on me over here. We're going to stream that tomorrow night. So tune back in tomorrow night. But thanks, everybody, for watching all these streams, tutorials. They'll all be out there on YouTube for everyone to use. Spread the word for people who are confused about Game of Thrones. Hopefully it'll help everybody get better and appreciate the game a little bit more, get together some good strategies, improve your scores, all that kind of stuff. So thanks to everyone for all the support, everything. It was fun. Yeah, so we'll see you next time. Peace.